April 23rd is a somber anniversary for Greece. 3 years ago, the country accepted the first of 3 unpopular bailouts. Greece managed to avoid bankruptcy and stayed also in the Eurozone. But the economy still having a very tough time. Filio Kontrafouri reports.
Behind the beauty, there's the pain of the strictest austerity program that has ever been imposed in post-war Europe. For 3 years, Greece's creditors keep it afloat with billions in aid. The fast and hard reforming demands by Europe and the International Monetary Fund wiped out 25% of Greece's GDP in 4 years. 1.5 million are jobless.
The last 3 years are the worst years I've lived in the 70 years I'm alive. We didn't have things like this in the past. We had poverty, but now we're desperate. People are killing themselves.
They surrendered our national sovereignty to foreigners. We don't decide for our fate anymore.
A political collapse followed the economic one. Since 2010, 4 different governments have tried to handle the crises. The current coalition insists that next year recession will end. But as Professor Gotsis explains, Greece at this point can mostly rely on hope.
Spending cuts will continue well into 2014, 2015, and 2016. If we manage to mobilize funds from abroad, like EU funds or private investments, and these can balance or overcome the bleeding that happens in the Greek economy in terms of the state budget, then we have hopes to move on to growth.
Meanwhile, Euroscepticism is on the rise. Greeks are becoming increasingly hostile towards Europe's major economies that masterminded the bailouts that were supposed to secure Greece in the Eurozone and protect the euro area. But as the European divide between a rich north and a struggling south widens, austerity policies could backfire.
There's no doubt that Greece has some tough years ahead. And as analysts say, it will take more pain, political instability, and even social unrest before this country somehow gets back on its own feet. Filio Kontrafouri, CCTV, Athens.